Alright, we're going to be doing some Wickerbottom gameplay tonight. And the thing about Wickerbottom is she starts with the ability to craft backpacks and whatnot as if she had just created a science machine. And she also has the ability to cast spells with like ability skill books. And the big downside to Wickerbottom is that whenever you cast those spells, she takes a serious hit on sanity, so it becomes a real issue of whether that's even worth using a lot of the time. And the other thing about Wickerbottom is her melee damage is absolute trash. She can't hit for shit. So she's, I think, a difficult character to play, even though you can, cast her ability book that allows her to quickly cause cherry or berry plants, whatever you want to call them, berry bushes, to instantly grow berries. And that's great and everything, but the drain on sanity, it's tough to balance. And she can go insane really quick, and yeah. So, so people are probably just like, oh yeah, just go, go pick cactus and, go farm cactus for a while and regenerate your sanity. Well, it's not quite that easy, because it takes a pretty long time for cactus to grow. And it doesn't grow during the winter. So, you can stock up on cactus, but you're going to be taking a serious hit on time, and that's what this game is. It's a really heavy time management sort of game. And if you're wasting that time farming cactus petal just so you can get berries when you need them, you're not focusing on the stuff that really matters, and that's getting set up and getting your grind done early game, and building multiple bases so you can stay mobile. And that's basically the key to victory in this game, is staying mobile. I know a lot of people have trouble playing this game because they just try to play the turtle tactic. Build a base, try to make it defensive. And I can tell you right now, if you play that way, Don't Starve is going to fuck you every way it can, because it's designed to destroy your base however it needs to, between whether it's the deer clops or being constantly hit by dogs. This is not a game where you can just build some giant base and think you're gonna be okay. Now, maybe if you're playing with 6 people or 4 people, yeah, you can pull that off because you've got the manpower to really focus on strategies and distract enemies from your base. But as a solo player, you cannot play that way. You just can't. You don't have the options multiplayer. Yeah, that's the truth of it. This is the play style if you're gonna play solo. Multiple bases and basically a base for every season. I'm gonna try to talk as much as I can, but my audio took a shit when I recorded this the first time, so I'm kind of having to talk over it. This is one of those games where it's just a pleasure to watch, so I wanted to do a raw recording. And, it's not for everybody. A lot of people just prefer, YouTubers to cut up all their content and do the highlights, but I personally prefer this format for this game. There's certain games where you just want to watch, and I think this is just one of those games. A couple others that I think compare to that kind of watching style is Echo the Dolphin for Sega. I used to watch my brother play that, and that was an amazing game. And for those that don't know, Echo the Dolphin was originally released for Sega back in the day, and it's a real treat, I gotta say. Even today, there's something special and unique about that game that you can just sit and watch. I mean, there's a bunch of them. There's a bunch. I mean, it was like that for Maniac Mansion for Nintendo. Let's see, what's another one? Donkey Kong for SNES, Donkey Kong Jr. Let's see, yeah, there's a bunch. You know, Zelda for N64, Ocarina of Time. My God, I love watching that game. So anyway, let's get back into the game. I'm rambling. I guess I'm gonna kind of have to, though. It's just, I'll talk as much as I can, but it's gonna be impossible to talk for 2 hours straight. Okay, so I know a lot of people like to build with stone in this game, but I can tell you right now that's a mistake. You only have so much stone, and if you really focus on farming stone, stone just takes a long time. Stone takes a really long time to accumulate. Grass, even though it catches fire, is going to be like probably your best noob barrier. And you don't ever build anything next to your base. That's the key. Like if you're worried about it burning, it doesn't get built next to your base. Nothing of importance gets built next to your base. So, and that's, again, that goes back to what I was saying about being mobile. Because this game just wants to fucking destroy you at every end. And honestly, I don't know why I play as Wicker Bottom, because you really get hit hard if you're not focusing on the, you know, constantly growing berries tactic or using her abilities non-stop. And that's a big problem, again, because you go insane so fast using her abilities that it's something that I just struggle balancing, is all. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who've got that balance mastered, but I just struggle balancing that. Even though I struggle, I still like to play as Wicker Bottom because the challenge. I've played as other characters, and that challenge just isn't there. Like, if without that drain on sanity, the game becomes a little easy. I also failed to mention that Wicker Bottom can't sleep. Yeah, which is absolutely crazy because you're just fucked. I mean, you really get fucked during the winter. You know, her abilities are useless at that point because, you know, you want to cast her spell to summon tentacles and help defend your base and whatnot. But if you're careless with that, you're just done for. Not being able to sleep is a huge, huge penalty. Like, I could build craft the flower crown, which prevents sanity from draining a little less. I really don't like to push the flowers early game because you're gonna need them during really hard times like winter and stuff like that. Like eventually, I think the strategy is going to be to, you know, build or craft a few nets and snatch a bunch of butterflies. The cool thing about butterflies is you can actually plant them, and they turn into a flower. So if you hoard a bunch of butterflies, you can take a bunch of flowers back to your base, and that prevents them from, you know, rotting and stuff like that. Whereas, I mean, you could pick a bunch of them, but that's it. That would be, those won't be coming back. And you're going to need as much random crap on the ground as possible for emergencies. Okay, and I lucked out right here. But, it's not what I would prefer. Like, that's one gear, and I really don't want to waste my time on just one enemy that has a chance to drop a couple gears. I generally prefer to find an area where there's multiple enemies. And then I'll focus on that area. One thing I would love to do is get involved with the modding community. I don't know if there's any of you modders out there watching this. But, yeah, I struggle with just the process of it. I mean, I would love to make some unique characters. I have some pretty awesome ideas for unique characters that I think a lot of people would enjoy. I just struggle implementing it because the process. I mean, if you guys know of any mods that were made to refine the mod creation process that can really help, if you could link those in chat or just message me, that would be awesome, because I'd really love to get involved with the mod community and help with mods, and even help other people create mods once I, you know, hone my craft. I'm a decent artist, I think, so I could crank out some pretty good Don't Starve content, I think. Yeah, I think that's one of the things the mod community is currently struggling with, is making unique characters. They're really focusing on the anime stuff. Again, you see how late I made that fire? That's too late. Don't do that. You are just asking for death. But yeah, the uniqueness of the mods they're struggling for sure. And the art styles are struggling. There's some really cool stuff out there, but it just really lacks being creative. I think there's a lot of good programmers out there, but they're not getting the creative minds needed to really help out the ideas that they have. You know, unique art styles, really cool characters from odd movies. See, and I'm trying to be vague because I don't want to give away my ideas just because I want to make those when the time comes. And if for whatever reason I can't make those, then I will in fact make a video, a mod idea video. Again, thanks to Wickerbottom's knowledge, her knowledge ability, she actually starts with the ability to craft basically everything you would get in a basic science machine. So that's really awesome. And if this was a better start, it was kind of an odd start, to be honest. I would have crafted a backpack right away and you know, started seeking out pig houses and destroying those houses. Okay, this is where I'm gonna really suck. This combat is just, I was getting good at one point, but I just don't remember what all the enemy routines are. Sorry, it's been a really long time since I've played this game, and honestly, it's better that way because these guys that just know absolutely everything about the game and, you know, play perfect. I don't know. It's okay to watch like once or twice, but it gets old really quick because, you know, they stick to the same strategy and they don't mix things up. So the gameplay gets pretty damn stagnant. I don't remember a whole lot since the last time I played. So I think this is going to be an interesting game, and I'm really not going to go out of my way to do a bunch of research. I think it's just better coming into the gameplay this way. It's funner for me. It's just more entertaining for the people watching. It's probably just better all around. Yeah, and those that don't know, gears are an item these enemies drop, and you can create, you know, refrigerators and things like that with them, and they are ridiculously important. I mean, if you're not going to use any mods, this game it's challenging. It really is, especially if you suck at combat, like I do. I'm sure I'll get better quick. I always do, but right now I do suck at combat. And yeah, the key is preparation for sure. You know, get that log suit or that log suit of armor. Use, you know, craft the weapon. Don't get lazy on that stuff because it's a lifesaver. See that? Look at that, I'm just standing there. That neck attack at these, I don't know what you could call that. Like, what is this? Like a giraffe, accordion, giraffe, horse thing? Do I die? I don't remember dying. Well, I'm okay. Wow. Cutting it close. Yeah, see, 4, that's a good amount. That's probably too much even. I could have just settled for 2. And by the way, I have yet to go underground and cave crawl. I have put some serious hours into this game, and I've never gone underground. I mean, I gave it like a quick look, but nothing serious. That goes to show you how much content this game has. That I was willing to put, you know, over 100 hours into it. And still enjoy it to the point to where I didn't even go underground. But then again, I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and I'm notorious for trying to just figure out strategies, so I can entertain myself in all kinds of ways just by, you know, trying to figure that stuff out. Yeah, and I hate Wikipedia. Don't get me wrong, it's useful. I understand why a lot of people use it, but it's a brain killer. I mean, people just don't think when they play games anymore, and that's kind of sad. I mean, games were... I grew up playing games when, you know, people were stuck on games for like a month, and you'd come to school and you talk to your friends, and everybody would just start freaking out about, you know, these crazy hard spots they're stuck in, and it was more of a social thing, and I think it was really awesome that way. There was communities, and the internet, I mean, it's bringing a lot of people together, but at the same time, I think it's also, you know, making them more secluded. The internet. That's such a stupid thing to say. I should say, like, the social media aspect of it, and just relying on, you know, Discord and shit like that. It's just different when you're hanging out with your friends in real life and talking about this stuff and trying to work out strategies and, you know, the face-to-face thing. And man, I don't know if there's any old PC gamers watching this, but if you I don't know if you remember Myst, that PC game Myst. I remember playing that when I was like 9 years old, thinking, holy fucking shit, this game is hard. Wow, is it hard. I think it took me 6 months to beat that game. I don't think I finished it until like I was 10 and a half or somewhere around there. And you know, there weren't any tips or helping, you know, help menus or anything like that in those games. It was just figure it out. And honestly, I've missed that a lot. Yeah. So yeah, try maybe using Wikipedia a little less, and I don't know. I always get more out of the games, and you know, and I always see people complaining about how this game was too easy and blah blah blah. Well, that's what happens when you don't try to figure stuff out yourself, and you know, everything becomes really easy. So I kind of feel for devs these days. It's really hard to make content when everybody just cheats. I don't want to say everybody. I know there's a lot of you guys out there who love games and just play them. So I don't mean to clump you in with, you know, people that do that. Again, the early gameplay, it's okay when you're playing it, you know, you don't feel too bored. But the grind early on, it's real. That component grind. And I think the best strategy to survive early game is just non-stop travel. You know, pick berries when you need them. And be smart about when you pick them. That way, when you make your rounds again, there will be another, you know, berry bush fully grown, and you can maintain that. Just walking around. Oh, see, now this is important. I don't know if this is true. Don't quote me on this. During the summer, if you make your base around this area, this is like an oasis. It drastically reduces the heat. And it prevents fires, supposedly. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe you guys know. Just through messing around, it's what it seemed like it was. Sorry if I'm sniffing a bunch. I've got my allergies are kind of going a little haywire. See, okay, so cactus. I probably should be picking up this cactus. I'm gonna regret this later, I think. Wicker bottom, there's a couple things you don't skimp out on, and one of those things is cactus. I should not have ran by those. But I think at this point I'm panicking a little bit. It's day 5. I haven't found any beefalo. Okay, so this is luck right here. Yeah. It's nice. Okay. So the mushrooms restore sanity if you cook them. Wow. 5 mushrooms. That's a score. But that's not going to be all that much, to be honest. I mean, that'll probably give me 40% of my sanity back. Something like that. 45. Nice. Wow, no way. Holy crap. Look at that fire again. Get on it. Get on. I'm ridiculous. I can't believe that shit. It was probably literally less than a second before I started getting hit, and I would not have survived one hit from Charlie. Which is the ghost-like entity that attacks you in the dark. So these are essential. Like, I don't think I discovered that you could get this stuff from a pig house. I don't know, until like 60 hours after I started first playing Don't Starve. Like, for some reason, it just didn't occur to me to try and break the pig houses to see, you know, what you get out of them. And then when I did, I couldn't believe it. Those components, oh my god. I mean, they just launch. I probably should not have left so many of those. There, the acorns. But yeah, they just launch you in the right direction. They really give you that boost. Because it takes so much wood to make a board, and it takes a lot of stone to make whatever those are. Slabs, concrete bricks, I guess. Slabs of concrete bricks. Wow. A lot of pig houses. So yeah, if you see those, destroy them. Doesn't matter where they are. And people that say to make your base near pig houses are full of shit. You never build, and you build nowhere other than the place you want to build. You don't settle for any other place. That's the way this game is. Yeah, see, there I go. I was probably gonna leave them. At this point, I'm definitely panicking. It's day 6. Still haven't found a base location. Still haven't found Beefalo. Oh man, and I don't want to leave this stuff behind. And the pigs will eat those, by the way. They will eat the butt. That butt or tail, or whatever that is, that drops. So you want to make sure you snag those pretty quick. Now the reason those butts are so important, I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. It's been a while. But I think you make the leather helmet out of the butts. The pigskin rump, or whatever it is. And that's a vital piece of equipment for when stuff starts getting real hairy. Now at this point I'm like, fuck it, I just need to forget everything I see and find a place to set up camp. I'm at that point. Like a lot of people, they'll just explore the whole map and before they set up, and that's a huge mistake because there's a lot you just don't see, or excuse me, they'll explore the outer edges of the map before they do anything, and that's a mistake because there's so much going on the inner map, and to go all the way around the map then start exploring the inner map is a serious time killer. Get what you need. Hopefully you find, you know, you get lucky and find like a little pig base like I found. And like I'm sitting pretty good right now. You know, I can go back there, get whatever I have to get. Oh, yeah. Okay. Sanity. It's easy to forget. Again, I'm just basically grabbing the bare minimum right now in terms of food. I don't want to drop any of the items I picked up. I could combine that lumber. I should have done that. That was me being an idiot. I could have grabbed that berry. And that mushroom. But I think I'm definitely panicking at this point. It's almost dark. Day 7's right around the corner. Okay, this is what we want. Here's a little tip. Don't waste time making rabbit traps. They're not productive at all. You just waste tons of components, and the rate at which you catch rabbits is just it's just not worth it. The time it takes to farm those components. This is what I mean when I say time management. That's the stuff you got to be thinking about. The time it takes to farm those components and the time it takes to catch a rabbit, it will destroy you. If you rely on that, it will destroy you. Late game will just never be an option. I mean, you won't even you'll get lucky if you get to year 2, 3 relying on that. And yeah, just don't bother. If you're soloing this game, do not bother. Again, pushing it with the torch. I should have done it a little earlier there, just to be on the safe side, because I'm at a one-shotter. One hit from anything and I'm dead. Like those bees. So, realizing that I'm running out of time, I'm starting to torch up at night and run around and try and explore a little bit more. It's not necessarily about what you can see at nighttime. You're not really looking for anything. You're just trying to uncover the map. That way, when you hit M, you have some idea of what's around that area. Maybe you uncovered a berry bush that you didn't see and it's now appeared on the map. And that's kind of the strategy behind, torching up at night. Sometimes you get lucky and you're able to see something that you need and snatch it. But primarily it's just to get that extra exploring in. Oh man, I am tempting. Oh boy. So even though I found a few things that were really great early on, I don't consider this a good start, to be honest. I should have a lot more twigs, I should have a lot more grass, I should have found a base location by now. But I like a challenge. I'm willing to let it ride till about day 10 even, which is ridiculous in my opinion. If you're pushing it to day 10, you're just asking for it. But I'll often push it to day 10. Because, I mean, if you find the perfect location, it's just the world. It's the world of difference. It's absolutely everything. That's why I say never ever just settle for a location. You know, if it's got a bunch of berries and whatnot and it's convenient for you, you're just screwing yourself. Because the fact is it's not the perfect spot, and it does need to be the perfect spot. It needs to be something that you can defend if you really need to, and you need to be within running distance of things that can regain your sanity, especially in Wicker Bottom's case. Like that cactus isn't too far off. I can run there and farm that for a bit and come back. Now I'm just kind of getting my bearings, trying to figure out the ideal building location. Well, for me, a lot of people are probably like, yeah, this guy's full of shit, I wouldn't build there. But my play style, I think I found a pretty good spot. Seeds. The lifesaver. Hoard seeds as much as possible. So this feels like a good spot. It's got all the things I like. You'll notice that I built with my back to the edge of terrain. And the reason for that is because the deer clops can't spawn directly behind your base in that area. So I'm cutting off some spawning location, and also I built by the edge. So if he spawns to the northwest, or what I think is the northwest anyway, so you know, the top left of the screen, it's going to take him a while because to come down to the base, because he'll actually walk along the edge of where the ocean is, and it will slow him down a bit, and it will give me just that much more time to hopefully lure him away. If for some weird reason I don't hear his loud footsteps or the warning that it gives. I've had that happen before, where the audio just doesn't play, and then suddenly you've got a deer clops slamming into your base, destroying everything, and it's not fun. I'll tell you that right now. That's a setback. So now I'm clearing out an area because I'm going to be filling this most of that upper area with crap eventually. Oh, good find. Yeah, I recorded this a couple weeks ago, so my memory is a little fuzzy, so I'm kind of watching it with you guys. I'm on the verge of starving, so I don't know what's going on in my head right now. I should probably be looking for food. Okay. Yeah, I think that's what I'm doing. I'm looking for carrots or something. Yep. Oh, wow. What a find. I don't think you could get any luckier than that. That's ridiculous. Oh. That's gambling right there. What I did was straight away gambling. Oh, I should mention that I'm using another mod as well. It is there's actually a couple. A mod that allows me to see the energy bar of the deer clops, or just giant enemies in general, because I think that should be in the game, and yeah, it's absolutely absurd that it's not in the game, because those battles can last a long time, and you just need to know. That's something that you need to know in this game, especially with a character like Wickerbottom. Maybe with one of the more powerful enemies, not so much. Or, I mean, enemies. Characters. More powerful melee characters, not so much. But with Wickerbottom, her melee damage is so bad that those fights last a long time, and you really need to be aware of that health bar. Let's see. Oh yeah, the other mod is, I guess it's kind of like a cherry tree zone, and I think it's a really cool mod, and it just adds a new biome to the game. I don't really focus too heavily on it. I just think it's a nice change of scenery. Yeah, and the apples, it's not over the top, so it's not. Did I just say apples? I mean cherries. Every now and then the tree spawning cherries it's not over the top. you'll find that I almost never use that zone or biome. And I might grow a few cherry trees, but I almost never utilize it, just because it's more of a visual thing than a than just having something that grows cherries. I honestly don't care. I just want something that makes the game look different, especially since the game has such a dark color palette. It gets it gets a little old, to be honest. You know, the filter on the camera lens, that stuff. I know they're trying to recreate that kind of classic horror, don't starve kind of setting. But it gets old. You know, that's why I enjoy games that have both bright color palettes and dark color palettes. Sometimes you just want to be out in the sunshine, enjoying what's around you. And other times you feel like dungeon crawling. I think a couple good games that did the bright color palettes right, it's probably Spyro the Dragon, Banjo-Kazooie. They did the bright color palettes ridiculously well. Let's see, Super Mario Sunshine. That game is so good. So these reeds, they're going to be really important down the road. I'm going to need to make paper out of those for the spell books. The problem is you need a shit ton of reeds, and I obviously did not find a shit ton. Hopefully I grabbed that pig hut. Oh wait, no, my inventory's full. Yeah, it'd probably be better to leave it. Again, man, oh my god. You didn't see that shit. Totally unnecessary. I don't know why I do that. It's so stupid. Oh my god, don't do that. If you're playing this game and you're doing that, do not do that. By the way, if I die, it's game over. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you people don't play that way, but I play that way. If I die once, that's it. It's fucking done. So to cut it that close, it's just absurd. Absolutely absurd. Oh, these twigs. Twigs are... It's something I wanted to focus on early on, but there's just so much to this game. I forgot a lot, obviously, when I'm watching this right now and kind of critiquing things, and I definitely fucked up a lot. Ooh, very nice. This is a good area right here. Hopefully I capitalize on this. Oh yeah, there you go, right there. Yeah. I'm like, oh, fuck that berry bush. Give me that. Yeah, the pigs are great for that. Helping you wipe out some spiders. They're not ideal though. That's the thing. It's risky business. I'll tell you that right now, because if the pigs get converted to werewolves and you just happen to be building your base nearby, you're pretty much fucked. Again, that's why I'm saying, I don't know. I still think that the beefalo are the best line of defense. And when they die, they give absurd amounts of meat and fluff, or or hair, or whatever you want to call it. I like to call it fluff, because it just seems like that material that you'd want to make a pillow out of. Yeah, they kind of remind me of Aang's beast, or pet companion from Avatar: The Last Airbender. The cartoon, not the movie. The movie was shit. Get on that grass train. Tell you right now. Make your game so much easier. You'll see why here, I think, coming up. Yeah, inventory management. I hate it so much. That's my kryptonite. I just hate staring at items, trying to figure out what I want to keep and what I don't want to keep. I'm a big fan of the endless bag. Actually, you know what? Guild Wars 2 did a really good job of inventory management, as well as Final Fantasy Online. You know, just organizing everything separately, easy to find. That's what I like. I don't like looking through my bag, trying to figure out where everything is, and it's just such a time-wasting thing. You know, it's a strategy. Devs, they love to employ this strategy where you're constantly wasting time and giving you the illusion of content. Oh yeah, you know, that game, 80 hours of gameplay, yeah. Really? How many of those hours were you just fucking around with your inventory and, you know, or grinding? That's not content. I'm all for some grinding, but a game that pushes it to the extent of basically just calling that content, that's insulting. Absolutely insulting. You're paying good money for the product, you know, they're obligated to create proper content. So now I'm getting to some more, trying to hone some things in. Day 9, Shout out to day 9. Guy's awesome. But yeah, day 9, I am definitely pushing it here. This is normally I would like to be much farther along than this. But I think the location is the reason. And yeah. And I found most of the stuff I needed. Like, as far as just luck of the draw, yeah, pretty good luck-wise. But I was just sloppy playing on my behalf. You didn't really want to be a bit more focused. Really pushing it with those fires. Wow. Okay. So I'm just trying to not waste time at this point. It's nighttime. I'm running out of time, and I need to be doing stuff. So that's what I was trying to do there. It's a little too close, to be honest, but that's okay. A little too close to base, I mean. Now you gotta remember, Wickerbottom can't sleep. So you're not going to be building a tent, and you're not going to be using sleeping bags, so you've got more base room than normal. You don't have to lay down a tent. That's not a good thing, by the way. There was really no upside to what I just said. You may have more space, but you're definitely getting fucked in the long run. Yeah, you see how far I built that second one out? Even that's too close. That second pile of twigs. You really want to keep shit away from your base. Or I should say your primary location. You know, whether it's going to be your little crafting hub, or, you know, where you're going to be pitching your tent for the night. Anything important to you, you keep it away from that area. And those twigs are ridiculously important. Having a lot of those. What I'm doing here is I'm not just setting up for the winter. I'm setting up for the years to come. And a lot of people don't do that. You know, they're setting up just for this winter, and they might prep for the years to come down the road. I'm really not doing that. I prefer to really, like, when I go grab twigs, I grab enough to where there's too much, and then I grab too much as well, and put those in a different location, because you really have to be mobile. If you're going long game, long term, there's no such thing as just staying in one place. So you need to have multiple locations going, and if shit really hits the fan, am I hearing dogs? Oh yeah, I am. And I'm just like, la 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 la. Playing in the garden. look at the beefalo congregate towards me. I don't think I couldn't be. You can't get any better luck than that. I mean, look at that. They just grouped up out of nowhere. I guess they're going to bed. That's what's going on. Yeah, getting ready for bed. Oh, and there it is. This is why you want to build by beefalo. Yes. Get him. Yeah, oh man, I didn't get any teeth. What a bummer. Wow, and a spawn. So, if I didn't have the settings on like ridiculously hard, when I died, my ghost would appear right there, and I could go back and get my loot, or, you know, that fell off my corpse. But, in my case, there won't be any of that. So, that location, that spawn location, awesome. It's right by my base. You can't ask for anything better than that. But, sadly, it's useless to me. I die and the gate's game over. Get that grass. At this stage, I should have a lot more than I have. I should have, yeah, it's day 10 already. Let's see, I've got 40, I'm working on a second stack. I should have at least 2 full stacks that I'd be working on, and already 2 full stacks in my chest. So I'm way behind right now on my grass. And I'm sure it's just now occurring to me. Ridiculous. Fucking-ticulous. Oh, I gotta stop doing that. The very last second. Seriously though, it's just been luck, dumb luck, that I haven't died at this point. You know, I'm sure I'm used to the timing. You know, I have a lot of hours in this game. You know, so there's that timing. I'm sure there's some form of confidence in my torch timing and my campfire timing. But one little slip up, a misclick, and I'd be dead. And that's not really something you do. You don't take that chance when you're playing a game like this, where, you know, you have one life, and that's it. That's just not a chance you take. So I think that was the moment when I was like, okay, I have no spider web, I have nothing to make healing salve. I need their goop or whatever, spider goop, their spider sack to make healing salve. So I gotta start farming some spiders, or at least get myself in a position to where I have you know, what I need on the ground to farm spiders when I start farming them. Seems like I'm struggling here. Oh, yeah. Inventory management. It shouldn't be taking me this long. I'm probably debating whether I need to build a second chest. And I'm like, oh yeah, I got 10 lumber, maybe I should just make it. I should have put that stack of 40, okay. So I'm gonna put in the log suit and keep the stack of 40, I guess. Oh boy, that was a whole lot of brain farting. I'm probably panicking at this point. Like, oh god, I'm so far behind. What do I gotta do? What do I gotta do? Okay, this is why you get a lot of grass. Right here. Best tactic ever. You never get hit, and just bam. Doesn't matter what, you know, what level the frickin' spider is. You just get them. That's it. And often the higher level spiders, the ones that jump, you know, they'll drop goods like cookies and weird shit that they shouldn't probably have. And this nest, I'm just going to let this nest expand. I'm going to let it turn it into a queen nest. I'll probably run up and tempt the spider down the road, tempt fate, and attack the spider a little bit, and try to get it to make another nest, and really get crazy with these traps. That way I'm literally just catching a whole nest whenever I touch this whole, you know, whenever I touch the spider web. Every one of them. And man, later down the road, when they these expand, you can catch a lot. I mean, a lot of spiders. And this is, again, time management. It's way faster than the pigs. You don't have to worry about the pigs eating your damn meat. It's just so much more convenient. I am going to build pig houses eventually, but it's not going to be for this reason. It's going to be so I can kill the pigs when I need to kill the pigs, and get what I need. So like a beef bat or something like that. Oh, look at right here. This is it's perfect. I shouldn't have got hit. That was stupid. And they have a much higher chance of dropping the sack, as well as spider silk or spider web, whatever it is. And I didn't need to build that many traps. That's just for later. When that nest expands, I can just come back and go, you know, and hit it. Bam. Everything that comes out of that nest gets captured, or at least most of it. And I used a bunch of my grass, which is really important because now I have another inventory space. I think that was also the goal, is just to use that grass. Get that out of the way. I still don't have enough twigs, which is, I know that's a lot of twigs, but it's not enough. And again, I shouldn't be building. So close. I shouldn't be planting this stuff so close to my base. That's too close. I'm liking this beefalo spawn, man. This looks... yeah. That's nice. Get 5 beefalo there. I'm probably like, yeah, time to shave there. Yeah. Wow. And it's a freaking full moon. Nice. I may have subconsciously, it was like, oh, well, day 11. Time to do some shaving. I mean, I've played the game enough to where stuff like that, you don't really just think about anymore. You just know it. What a great game. Really, though. I think everybody should play Don't Starve. Just... it's one of those games that can spark ideas. And those are the most important games in gaming. The games that make people want to make video games. And I think this is one of those games, and I think there's a few games out there that really do this well, where you're just like, oh, wow, these ideas are unbelievable. What if I manipulated them this way, or added a couple different mechanics, you know, yeah. And there's so few games nowadays that do that. I'm so sick of the AAA trash that just fucking gets cranked out, overly hyped, and, you know, people buy into that. Sorry, this is turning into a rant. But you guys know what I mean. I mean, come on. It's getting so bad, you know. And GameStop scamming people on the pre-order shit. You know, people buying into the hype and pre-ordering. What a fucking scam that is. Unbelievable. I feel sorry for all the people getting nailed by that. And it is a scam. Absolute scam. Ubisoft makes more money from fucking pre-orders than they do on launch day. Just because of, you know, making well-edited trailers and overhyping everything. Okay, I'm getting angry. I gotta change the subject. So, yeah, the name of the game is Don't Starve, and I am definitely starving. Am I gonna? I don't remember dying. I think I'm okay. Okay, yeah, there we go. Fertilize. Let's get some berries. Oh, I'm right clicking, I think. Yeah, that's what it is. Failing to left click. I don't think you can get more of a fail than that. What's going on here? I'm not clicking the mouse right. Yeah, okay. Why am I not making a second chest? I mean, why am I even just bothering with this shit? I just need to make a second chest and throw all this crap at it. Oh, okay, here we go. Yeah, okay. That was frustrating. I'm like, what am I thinking? Yeah, wasting so much time with that. What a bad start. And the hunger is really... oh god. Am I gonna die here? This is not looking good. No. Yeah. Okay, so I just ate the one seed I fucking needed. You gotta be shitting me. Okay, there we go. Alright, yeah. Grab some of that poo. Wow. Holy crap. Cutting it close. Get up there. No way. No way. That is... Hey, look at my sanity plummet. God, what a fuck up this is. That's what I mean when she uses her abilities. Those books, man, they cripple her sanity. And I'm just not ready for her. I'm not prepared yet for her to be going insane. I don't have any good weapons. I don't have anything set up, really. Yeah. My character's got half her health gone. So I'm fucking up pretty bad here. Yeah. Oh boy. Come on, dude. Kirk damn Burris. So yeah, I'm probably paranoid about the one seed now. Saw that one seed. I was like, oh, I better hang on to one seed just in case. You gotta cast that again, you never know. Or make another book. Yeah. Inventory management. Come on, let's get on with it. Oh, the poor nudie beefalo. Winter's coming. Winter's coming. Yeah, like 6 more days. Was it 22? I don't remember how many days. It's been so long since I've played this. Was it 22 or 20, 28? I don't remember. I might be confusing this with oh boy. Build that fire. Build that fuck, dude. Fuck. Jesus. Oh, yeah, that's what I was saying. I might be confusing you with Stardew Valley. If you guys want a Let's Play of Stardew, let me know. I wouldn't mind doing one of those. Okay, so yeah, there was the pause. This game should have a pause. Even in multiplayer, there should be an option where you can play multiplayer solo, and that pause should be there. Absolutely, 100%. Like, you should be able to play online, but if you're playing by yourself, that pause should automatically exist. You should not have to have a mod to pause the game. That is absolutely absurd when you're playing by yourself. It should be an automatic thing. If the devs see this for some weird reason, yeah, please fix that. I really don't want to have to rely on a mod. I mean, mods are great, but, you know, game updates just destroy that shit. And pause is something that you need for this game. Because if you got to get up and use the bathroom or whatever, you can't be logging out of the entire server to do that. I mean, shit, I think it takes me like 4 minutes. That was close. Way too close. I'm stupid. Yeah, but way too long. You know? And you want to be spending your time doing the things that you like doing. Not waiting on crap. Not long loading screens, going in and out. You know, life's short, damn it. Get damn berry bushes. So ideally, I probably want like two big bunches of berry bushes. To go beyond that is just stupid. Because this isn't it's not a permanent location. You shouldn't take things. Like, I should be leaving at least one berry bush at all these locations, but I'm not, because I forgot. I completely forgot. You don't want to strip the land of the things that you need, because you're going to be running around. Stupid me. You're going to be running around a lot. A lot. And you need things to be there. And I highly recommend you do not pick up carrots. You leave them there, just leave them there for emergency situations, you know? If you're on the verge of death, pick one up, but don't get crazy with it, because man, does this game get fucking hard. Oh my god, does it get hard. You're just bombarded by endless destruction. Just one bad event after the next, after the next, after the next, after the next. I'm probably going to end up stripping this too, because I'm not remembering to do that. Yeah, I'm gonna. Tisk. And really, that's a big deal. That's a bad fuck up right there, because this isn't that far from my base. So if I really needed to, I could run here and grab that emergency little berry and help get me to that next location. So this is essential. I'm attempting to really amp up the amount of grass that's growing in my area. I actually want probably triple what I end up grabbing here, but it's fine for now. You know, what's cool about this game is a lot of people play it differently, I noticed. But I'm a sucker for efficiency, and I don't... Like, that's just the way my brain works. It's like, why go out of my way to do all this shit, and when I could just build a bunch of grass? You know, or grab a bunch of grass, excuse me, and cut out the middleman, and have it do multiple things. Grass is ridiculously useful. And having lots of it means you're always going to be able to make torches, you're always going to be able to make campfires, or just burn it if you need to in emergency situations. And even set up a few walls to slow down creatures or whatever. They're weak walls, granted. But if it's something like the beefalo, for example, you could build up just a line of it to guide them away from your base. So you could build much closer to the beefalo without ever having to worry about them getting into your area and really screwing stuff up when they go into heat and hit, you know, get that mating season. And they try to kill you at every chance they get. So, you know, and it helps for spiders too. I think the spiders actually attack walls though. So not so much. I'd say it's more of a guiding tool than anything. And the rock, I really don't like using it because it should be used for things that you want there permanently. Rock it's hard to get, and you're gonna need it for, I mean, maybe not early on, it's not hard to get, obviously, but when you get around year 5 and farther, you're using so much rock because of the amount of tools that you're going through just to stay alive. It's pretty significant. You want that stuff spawning. And you really need it to be there when you need it. So I'd say probably the first 20 days, it's just a really intensive grind for components. Oh, Walrus Campsite. That's a good find right there. The walrus is going to spawn there during the winter, and he will have a tusk, I believe, that will allow me to make a cane, I think, which will increase my run speed, which is extremely important for this character because her melee damage is crap. You need to be able to dip in and out super quickly if you're going to be battling the Deerclops. I tended to switch my weapon in and out for the cane so I can do that. You know, sprint out, sprint back in, sprint back out, sprint back in. And a lot of people don't do that because, you know, it's pretty easy to mess up. But yeah, it's very doable, and man, does it improve things for you as a Wicker Bottom when you're using Wicker Bottom. Because again, her melee damage is trash. So they really want you to be using those spells, but that sanity penalty is just severe. So you really, really need to be stocked up on sanity items if you're gonna go doing that. So I'm on the verge. Okay, well, I've got plenty of berries. I guess I'm just trying to get through the night. Really hitting the grass hard here. No shovel? Shovel? Yep, there it is. Snatch it up. Oh, inventory space. Okay, I was like, what am I doing? Checking to see if I had a second stack of the twigs. Now, I don't know if this is true, but I remember reading a little hint that if you plant the acorns, you know, into trees, you're less likely to have one of the trees turn into the tree giants and attack you. And I think if you plant trees when he's coming at you, he'll stop attacking you. But it's touchy. You got to be pretty close to him while you're planting. Which is actually pretty cool, now that I think about it. Neat little add-in. Getting the lay of the land here. I like that ocean sound. Wish you could hear the crisp of the wave a little better. It's got kind of more of the the wind aspect of it, and a little bit of the wave. I think what I was doing there was trying to figure out where I'm gonna run, or where I'm gonna build next if I get attacked by deer clops. At least, no. Am I gonna take that? No. Okay. Good. Leave the berry bush. Wow. Already have your hair back, eh, guys? Yeah, hopefully I take advantage of that. I mean, 15, it's pretty good. I mean, you don't really need much more than that for the first winter, but having it is definitely nice. Having excess, always nice. Ah, yeah. Looks like I'm gonna attempt to do another shaving session. Wow, double. That's great. I think now I'm just trying to figure out what I need to do next. I think I'm struggling a little bit. Oh yeah. Can't beat that. Oh, okay. I came back down here for the ash. Or, the coal. I must be getting ready to, or at least thinking about making a cooking pit. Or a barbecue pit. I think these are the only 2 stacks of wood I have, which is not enough. Winter's right around the corner. You burn through wood real quick during the winter. You want at least 40 wood in your chest before winter starts. So 40 excess wood. Because who knows what you're going to have to craft. You might have to craft another log suit. You might have to craft a few weapons, who knows. Do I even have the inventory space? No, I don't. Bad timing. I've still got the razor on me. Berry bushes, all kinds of useless shit I'm not using. So I made a goof there. Yeah, I have to drop that. Not sure what I was hoping to accomplish just then. Checking to see if maybe there were spiders nearby. Oh. Only stacks of 10. How unfortunate. Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, fuck it. I'll come back for it. Sanity's on the... Oh, yeah. I need to take care of that ASAP. So, yeah, probably thinking I'm gonna cut wood. Yeah, okay. I'm like, why am I building camp there? I play so many games, so many different games, that just remembering the most basic controls is a hassle. You know, you get used to playing one thing, then you go back to another, and you just... it's a total mind fuck. Alright, my peoples, that's going to do it for episode 1. Like, subscribe, but more importantly, take care out there. I'll catch you guys in episode 2.